Thomas Persin.
Thank you for inviting parents to
Thank
talk
you.
about their issues about family court. I'm going to try to keep this as brief as I can. This is basically just an overview of the written testimony that I've submitted. It's based on facts and what happened to me during my parental litigation, and I feel as if I was alienated by the courts. To make a long story short, I'm a proud father for my daughter. When she was 2, I was awarded shared custody, split parenting plan 50-50, and that lasted for about 3 years until the other parent decided to move out of state. And what she did is she produced a false allegation, which triggered horrific events in my daughter's life and myself. I just wanted to touch on that because I think false allegations and the cookie-cutter approach that courts take harm kids. I'm an adult, I can take a lot of pressure, but my daughter, when I was told I could only visit her 2 hours a week, going from 50% custody, supervised, I could not describe the horror that she went through. Daddy, why can't I go home? For 9 months, the court alienated me. I had to hire experts. I don't want to mention their names, but they're renowned nationwide. What they did is they did a study. They proved that the other parent falsified all the information. To continue this horror story is that the judge actually sealed the report and would not allow my attorney to view it at any time, only an hour before the trial, which is unheard of. The report was ignored and I was stripped of my custody rights, but I did get visitation rights every other weekend, which is unheard of, and this is where the case stands now. There's another agreement signed by the judge, not in my presence. The judge said I was present, my attorney. It didn't happen. It's simply unimaginable as to what my case and I went through with my daughter. I see my daughter every other weekend for 2 days, and it's been a struggle to rebond, and it's unimaginable harm based on a false allegation. And I'm still recovering. I'm doing my best to become a father again. And this behavior is well documented in my written testimony, and I hope someone can look at this and bring this court system, the judge, to justice. He's since been removed because of other violations, and I became a victim of this. Thank God that this judge was so corrupt that there were many, many complaints about him, and he was simply out. Right now, I was stripped of my shared custody. The other parent has sole custody and makes all the decisions. I cannot decide if my daughter goes to a private school, public school. I'm just putting all the pieces together at this point, and I seek your help to introduce some kind of an oversight to these judges and these court systems who are well accustomed to this behavior. They do it all the time. There's no due process. There's this complete disrespect. The other parent had a criminal record, which it was not even discussed, not even looked at when my custody was taken away. And the other speaker brought something interesting up, is that criminal record, all these violations should be attached to the family court files, and they are not. They are simply ignored at the discretion of the judge. We did appeal the case to appellate court. Our first hearing, the appellate judge told me and my attorney that you cannot reverse a discretionary decision. Please leave, basically. It is very hard to reverse a discretionary decision. I didn't know what to say. And this is the only opportunity I see to bring change. This is a horrific event, and like I said, my written testimony has all the details. You're welcome to look at the case, and I encourage you to look at the case and see what violations have been committed. And the biggest victim here is my daughter. She saw her dad 2 hours under supervised conditions as if she was visiting me in jail for no reason. How do I explain that? She cried every time she had to go. 2 hours a week going from shared 50-50 custody based on a false allegation that was proven by all the experts. The judge threw out the experts, sealed the report, would not even allow my lawyer to look at it. 5 minutes before the trial. And like I said, this judge has been removed. And I just don't want this to happen to other parents. This is an overreach. This is complete overreach. I feel like I went through I don't know how to describe it. I'm an adult. I can take the pressure, but my daughter, I have 4 days a month with her, so I'm doing my best to rebond and form that bond again, but it's very difficult.
Thank you for that. Just a quick question. From your 50-50 custody that you shared, now that you have supervised, how long has it been that you've been in supervised visitations?
Since the false allegation took place, for approximately 10 months, I was put into supervised visitation, and then my custody at the trial, where all the expert reports were ignored and sealed and thrown away, and the other parent was awarded sole custody, and I was given 4 days a month. And this was gradual. It's just like a reintroduction. I had an hour a week, then 6 hours, then 1 day, and it took 8 months for me to get back to the 4-day arrangement, which furthered the alienation. It's sort of the judge and the court, they sponsored this event, and they stood by it. They did not take an expert's opinion, now expert's opinion. They sealed it because they knew that this expert actually created an unbiased opinion, a very thorough opinion, an investigation. In my opinion, this is criminal. These judges need to be held accountable. And this was so ridiculous that this judge, I learned later, was removed. And if you look at my case files, you'll find out who it was, and I'm sure you guys probably heard of him. But this goes on because the judges have the power to do this, and there's no oversight. It's a discretionary decision. Even the appellate court told me, you cannot reverse that. Why not? What if it's wrong? Judges are people. What if he made a mistake? What if he didn't follow through? And who is the victim? My daughter. The damage done to my daughter is irreversible.
Any questions? Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.